Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Lee-Enfield mod, which is being made by user Tactaghoul. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is that oh so wonderful of old British military service rifles, the Lee-Enfield, and I love this mod. I've actually shot Lee-Enfields in real life, and they are a very cool bolt action, and of course has a very long military history going from the late 1800s into the 1950s with the British Army. So all in all, a very fun rifle. So let's take a look at what we do get with this particular mod, and the standard short Lee-Enfield will do 56 damage with 308 rounds with a firing rate of 4, range of 179, accuracy of 73, and a weight of 7. And all in all, this thing is pretty beautifully made, very well modeled, very well textured, and does come with, of course, custom animations and sounds for this thing, which makes it all that much better, and a decent number of different modifications that you can, change this rifle up a bit. Now, of course, it's never really gonna be as customizable as other weapon mods we've looked at, considering, bolt action. You can't exactly turn this thing into a machine gun if you want, but you can still make some fun weaponry, like the bayoneted tuned Lee-Enfield with a lighter color here, a slightly faster firing rate, and of course a big thing to stab people with. Always fun. Or go the sniper route with a suppressed, calibrated, powerful Lee-Enfield to take people out from afar. So you do have, I think, a good enough selection of modifications here. Now, as for how you do get this gun, it's easy, but a little awkward, because in the game there is only one singular Lee-Enfield, and you'll find it in the Valentine Detective Agency office up on the second floor on a stack of papers. So you only get one, they're not scattered around the rest of the wasteland, so if you do want to get 3 like I have, well, you gotta use console commands. But nonetheless, easy to get once you do get over there to Diamond City. Now, as for the modifications, let's go take a look at those, and bring up the short Lee-Enfield, and in the receiver category, we have the pretty standard affair of things here. From, the standard heavy light, we have a mad minute receiver with a higher firing rate, tuned, powerful, and of course, the most powerful one here, the advanced, bumping you up to 84 damage. Now, then in the barrel category, we have actually a nice little selection here, because we do, with the standard rifle, have this darker color, and you can change the color of both the barrel as well as the main stock by, changing it from a dark to a light. And then we, of course, have it in a short and a long categories here, so whichever you do prefer, both color and lengthwise. And then here we can change, like I said, the color of the stock from either a dark color to a lighter color. We then have the magazine, which only has one singular option, the standard, because, well, this is based off of the short magazine Lee-Enfield, so it has a short magazine. There you go. And next is the sights here. We have the standard aperture sights, a very cool and quite nice ladder sight, and then a short scope. Now, I'd like to see maybe 1 or 2 more options in here, because I tend to have lots of different scopes on lots of different guns, but that's also me. I tend to carry way too many guns in my games. And then finally, we have the muzzle, where we either have nothing, a bayonet for stabbery, or of course a suppressor for your sneakier characters. So all in all, I think a good selection of mods. So let's go and take a look at this thing firing. So let's get out the standard short Lee-Enfield here, and as you can see, pretty nice iron sights on this thing. A little bit hard to see, but very good and very accurate, so I do actually quite like them. But when you get into some darker territory, like say that tree, it's a little bit hard to see where the point of the iron sight is. But let's take those shots. as you can see, not exactly the fastest of weapons, but, you know, it goes fast enough, frankly, and for a bolt action, I think pretty good. And of course, a good animation there with a little tap of the magazine in. Very cool. Now we have the tuned one here with the Mad Minute receiver, which is nice and fast. And of course, that very cool ladder sight there. I don't know why, but I really like this one quite a bit. So let's take the shots here. And as you can see, quite a noticeable difference in the speed between that and the standard, which is good. And of course, this one also has the lighter colored stock and barrel for a bit of a visual difference. And again, I really do like this ladder sight. It is quite cool. Now let's move on, of course, to the suppressed, calibrated, powerful Lee-Enfield with the highest amount of damage I was able to get out of this thing being 92. And of course, does have a good short scope and fire. There we go, a nice little thud with that suppressor on there. All in all, a good weapon, which means it's now time to test these on our usual test subjects of Randy and Will. And as per usual, I'll use the scoped weapon on our friend Will here, and then I will take the bayoneted one to Randy behind the tree. Oh great, he's hiding. That'll make my life easier. And fire. And I missed, of course. And I missed again. There we go. Once I finally hit one bullet and the mongrel goes down. Oh, poor Will. All right, well, let's go charge Randy the Rad Stag with the tuned Lee-Enfield. We'll probably take a short shot and then maybe run in and try and stab if we miss, because, you know, I tend to miss. And fire! Ooh, good damage on... Oh, he's running. He's running! And I missed. And... Oh, he's out of my range now. I'm an awful shot, guys. I mean, you all clearly know this by now. But yeah, so that is the Lee-Enfield. Had I been able to get a second shot... I got him from a... Oh, damn, that one didn't kill him. Oh, I actually hit him from that far, too. That's unlike me. Alright, well, yes, that is the Lee-Enfield mod. A very wonderful, historic bolt-action rifle that I am quite glad to have in the game here because, I mean, come on, it's just cool. But that is going to be it for this episode, folks. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course that you do come back for the next one. Hopefully, we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one!